His Majesty King Mohammed VI of the Kingdom of Morocco, may God assist him. His Excellency President Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented here, came in now today, by Senator John Owan Eno, the Minister of State of Industry of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for coming. Honorable ministers, representing the heads of state and government, excellencies, governors, my dear sister and friend, Honorable Minister of Finance and Economy of Morocco, Nadia Feta Alawi. Don't you just love this minister? She is affable, she is smart, she is dedicated, she is dynamic, she is an incredible governor of the African Development Bank and the first Minister of Finance and Economy of the Kingdom of Morocco. I think they should make that a permanent assignment. Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you very, very much. You represent your country absolutely well. We're so proud of you. Your Excellency Nados Bekele Thomas, the CEO of the African Union Development Authority, NEPAD, thank you so much for your kind and very generous words. I'm very grateful. Honorable ministers that are here today, the presidents and CEOs of the African Investment Forum partner institutions. I know many of them had other things they had to go, but today we have Tadesse Admasu here, my sister Boitumelo is here, CEO of the Development Bank of South Africa, and of course the Islamic Development Bank President, ably represented here. But I also have another group. When you actually fly, you don't fly because you want to fly. Fly because there's wind behind your sail. And as a well-governed institution, that wind behind my sail are the executive directors of the African Development Bank, of course, the governors of the bank. But I'm delighted that I have here today 13 of the executive directors of the African Development Bank Group. And that's an indication of strong, extraordinary support of the boards of directors of the African Development Bank Group. Please, that's half of our board. If they can just rise and be recognized for being here. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, board members. Thank you very much. Thank you. My darling wife, Grace, and Mr. Bekele was saying whether she's my better half. President Obasanjo has a different story. He actually calls me Akin45, and he calls her, Yemisi, as a local name, 55. So he said that for all I've achieved in life, 45% belongs to me, and 55% belongs to her. But I can raise that to 60. Thank you. Project developers, investors, distinguished participants, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. 3 days ago, we all gathered right here in the beautiful city of Rabat for the Africa Investment Forum Market Days 2024. I wish to express our deepest gratitude to His Majesty, King Mohammed VI. May God assist him for his graciousness and generous hospitality in hosting us for the 2024 Africa Investment Forum. We are also grateful to His Excellency Prime Minister Aziz Akinwumi and the entire government of the Kingdom of Morocco for your very warm hospitality that we've enjoyed since we landed in your very beautiful country. The beauty of your heart, soul, and mind. The beauty of your culture and traditions. the beauty of your openness, and welcoming everyone with open arms. It was with open arms that His Majesty, the King, may God assist him, gave permission for me, on behalf of everyone, to be given the great honor to pay a visit to the mausoleum of the late King Mohammed V. I had the honor of paying our respects collectively to the memories of King Mohammed V and his two sons, late King Hassan II and Prince Abdallah. May their souls rest in peace. You have a great heritage, a heritage of determination, a heritage of continuity and stability, a heritage of resilience. As we all gathered here in Rabat, we join our hands and hearts with determination to drive investments into Africa, to accelerate its growth, to move forward successful projects with continuity, and to forge new alliances for stability and resilience of the economies of Africa. We came here to this historic royal city of splendor, Rabat, a World Heritage Site, to make collective history. I am delighted that at the Africa Investment Forum 2024, we have you, 2,300 participants, an increase of 60% over the attendance last year in Marrakesh. Thank you for coming. The waves of the Africa Investment Forum are cascading investment ripples from Africa to all parts of the world. You see that at this year's forum, with investors and participants from 83 countries from around the world. The theme of the Africa Investment Forum, AIF, that brought us all together, leveraging innovative partnerships for scale, speaks to why you all came. You came because you believe in Africa. You came because Africa offers a compelling investment opportunity. You came because you know that Africa delivers. You came to forge strategic investment partnerships. Partnerships between project developers and investors. Partnerships between governments and the private sector. Partnerships between financial institutions. Partnerships for value creation. Partnerships for shared prosperity. The Moroccan proverb says, one hand alone cannot clap. We need each other to succeed. Project developers, investors, governments, and financial institutions. We must all clap together. Across 41 investment boardrooms, investors and project developers and government leaders gathered in financial institutions to review, to discuss, and to engage on 37 investment projects. I must say, the level of rigor this year for projects has increased. In terms of project readiness, with greater focus on investment-ready projects, an enhancement from the previous editions of the forum. The projects varied from transport, power, energy, agribusiness, industry, mining, pharmaceuticals, private equity, tourism, urban infrastructure, water management, and water and sanitation. Dear colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, because of you, and only because of you, really, I am delighted to announce that thanks to you and our collective efforts, we have attracted a total of $29.2 billion of investment interest across projects. That's right. Absolutely wonderful. And several additional investors expressed their willingness to continue their engagement and work further on transactions alongside with all the AIF partners. I like to say that some investors were seeing some of these projects for the very first time. And really, to garner such a level of investment interest and willingness to pursue work on the projects is truly outstanding. Can you hold the hand of the person next to you and say, thank you for being here? Just see what we did. Good. Now, we can all clap together. Well done. So clap to you. Thank you. Well done. The AIF Market Days is a continuum, and we, the AIF founding partners, pledge to work closely with all investors, support the AIF projects throughout, and to bring them to financial close. The Africa Investment Forum 2024 has been such a rich experience. As I went around and as I listened in the corridors, hallways, dinners, when I'm not dancing, I get sometimes to listen to people. I hear a lot of things, and some of the things that I heard are as follows. The best event I have ever attended. This is exactly what Africa needs. This event is different. People talk about transactions and are ready for action. Now, you all made all that possible, but just to be sure that I captured all those sentiments well, let me ask, because I'm a Democrat, democratic person. Let me ask by a show of hands, how many of you found the forum useful for your investment decisions? Wow, just look at that. Wonderful. How many of you feel satisfied? Wow. And how many of you plan to come back to Africa Investment Forum 2025? Well, thank you. We would love to have you back. Thanks. I am excited that already we have 15 new entities, including banks, insurers, and export credit agencies, who have lined up to be new AIF sponsors for next year, a clear indication of value creation of the forum. Fantastic. And there is room for more. I am also excited that others have expressed interest in joining the AIF as partners. We are truly becoming a global investment movement for Africa. All this will not have been possible. All this have been possible due to the hard work and efforts of many people. I wish to thank all the African Forum founding partners. African Development Bank Group, together with Africa 50, Africa Export-Import Bank, Development Bank of South Africa, Islamic Development Bank, European Investment Bank, Trade and Development Bank, the Arab Bank for Economic Development of Africa. I wish to express our deep appreciation as well to all our sponsors. Japan. Japan had 100 investors. Last year they had 80, and this year they had 100. Just imagine, let's give it up to Japan. Japan FAPA, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Standard Chartered Bank, Africa Guarantee Fund, White & Case, Miguel, the World Bank Group, Martha Capital, Finance, Pagas, Azalai, Casablanca Financial City, Texel, DLA Piper, NLNG, and of course, CNN, our global media partner. I wish to immensely thank the AIF planning teams. You know, when you get to stand up on stage and discuss and share and so on, the people who actually do the work are the ones you don't really see. They walk assiduously. They work selflessly. They work so tirelessly. With passion, you don't see them. But just like you don't see your heart, for your heart is what makes you to be alive. And so these people, without them, there'll be nothing to talk about. I want to recognize Max Ndiaye. Now he deserves it. Senior Director of the African Investment Forum. Hassatu Insele, my Vice President. Yasin Fall, Special Representative. And all of their teams who work with all the AIF partner institutions to jointly plan and deliver the impressive events. Well done to all of you. They did not work alone. They got great support from all the AIF partner institutions. We worked as a one AIF team across all AIF partner institutions. So I would like all the staff of our AIF partner institutions, from senior vice presidents to vice presidents, to director generals, to managers, to NSO leads, to general counsels and legal teams, the operations and ecosystem staff who led the project originations across all of our AI partner institutions, to please stand. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you for all the work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well done. Merci beaucoup. You guys are just awesome. I'd like to thank the event manager. Don't you like these tents? I mean, it's like, I actually thought they were houses when I first came. Avant San, who built and equipped these impressive tents for our meetings. Thank you very much. To the management and staff of Sofitel Hotel, the IT teams, the communications teams, the protocol and hospitality teams, who welcomed us and worked late nights just to make sure they could meet us at airports and get us here. Now, we got two guys here, Victor and Marie-Angel, who are fantastic moderators for us. Now, I told Minister of Finance that they spoke very nice Moroccan language, you know, and I will put them to test after we finish from here. But you guys are really awesome, and thank you very much. I would like to thank the interpreters and all the excellent moderators of all the sessions. The interpreters work so hard for us to understand each other flawlessly. A big thanks to the mayor of Rabat and their teams, including drivers, police escorts, who facilitated all of our movements. Thank you, Morocco, for your partnership and for your hospitality. May God bless His Majesty, King Mohammed VI. May God assist him. May God bless the Kingdom of Morocco. May God bless the Africa Investment Forum. And may God bless Africa. Yes, we will thrive. Africa, we will thrive. Your Excellencies, partners, colleagues, and friends, this is my final attendance at the Africa Investment Forum in my capacity as president of the African Development Bank Group. That's because when you all gather here next year, whenever you gather, I will have completed 2 5-year terms as president of an incredible institution, the African Development Bank Group. I am proud of what we have achieved. I am proud of our AIF partners. Thank you. And so I'll ask them to stand, because I won't have the opportunity to thank them at another time. President, and if you're representing them, you're here, just stand on their behalf. President of the Africa Export-Import Bank, Benedict Orama. President of the Africa Finance Corporation, Somaila Sibairu. Chief Executive Officer of Africa50, Alain Ebobise. The Chief Executive Officer of the Development Bank of South Africa, my dear sister Botemelo Masako. The President of the Islamic Development Bank, Dr. Mohamed Al-Jassar. President Emeritus and Managing Director of the Trade and Development Bank, Admasu Tadesse. The President of the European Investment Bank, Nadia Calvino. The President of the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, Dr. Sidi Uttar. And of course, I am grateful to my dear sister, President Odile Renaud-Basso, President of the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, who was also here. I am proud of the executive directors of the African Development Bank for believing in the AIF and for believing in me and my leadership, and for your strong current and continued future support to the African Investment Forum. Thank you very much. I am proud that we have built a world-class investment platform. It has been such a great pleasure and honor serving you all as chairman of the African Investment Forum. It has been the greatest honor of my life serving Africa. Of course, I will keep cheering for investments and pitching for investments for Africa. Before I close, let me thank Mr. Rakesh Wahi. Let me thank you and all of the Africa Business News Group for the incredible surprise honor that you gave me today to be named African of the Decade. Thank you very, very much. I always like to say, God did not make a mistake when he made me an African. I'll live as an African. I'll do all I can to my final breath for Africa. And when I die and it's time for resurrection, I'll ask God for permission to come out with an African flag. When you get awards are recognitions. But those recognitions are not just for you. They're recognitions of an army of believers who join you to do what you're doing. Because the award allows you not only to, it allows you to be inspired, to be motivated, to be more dedicated, to be more relentless with the vision that one has. And I will say this, we will not stop believing in Africa. We will not stop making sure that we make Africa to be like a lighthouse. And the rest of the world will say, that is the place to be. That is what this honor will continue to help me to do. But I'm not alone. We're actually all here together. It's for all of us. So thank you very, very much. And now, let me wish you all very good journeys back home. Et pour terminer en français, Madame la ministre, c'était fantastique. Et je garderai le souvenir de la réception exceptionnelle que nous avons donnée, le dîner, et aussi les chansons, et aussi la danse. May God bless you all. Have safe trip back home. Keep thinking of Africa, and keep believing in Africa, and keep investing in Africa. Thank you very much.
Dr. Adesina, thank you very much. Could you